Welcome to my channel Valuable Rare Coins because, as you know, old is gold. Some of the rarest coins worth big money could be hiding in your hands right now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and watch till the end. Let's dive in. First, we're diving deep into one of America's most legendary coins, the United States half-dollar coin, marked 1776 to 1976D. This coin isn't just another piece of pocket change. It's a symbol of American pride, history, and craftsmanship. And for those lucky enough to find a special one, it could be worth a jaw-dropping amount of money. Get ready, because this is one coin you'll never look at the same way again. The Bicentennial half-dollar was released to celebrate one of the most important moments in American history, the 200th anniversary of the nation's independence. Just imagine the excitement of the United States Mint in the 1970s, preparing to honor 2 centuries of freedom and democracy with a brand new design that would circulate in millions of hands across the country. From 1975 to 1976, these coins were minted in Denver, Philadelphia, and San Francisco, and each mint put its own small touch of distinction into the design. The Denver version, the one marked with a bold D, remains one of the most popular among collectors, especially when it hides rare errors that make it stand out from all others. The design of this coin is nothing short of breathtaking. On the obverse side, you'll see the inspiring portrait of John F. Kennedy, the 35th President of the United States, whose memory continues to shine bright as a symbol of courage and leadership. Every line and curve of his profile captures the elegance and vision that made him such a beloved figure. Flip it over, and you'll be greeted by the majestic Independence Hall, the birthplace of liberty in Philadelphia, where the Declaration of Independence was signed in 1776. Beneath the image proudly stand the words, "200 Years of Freedom," a timeless tribute to the courage and unity of the American people. But not every bicentennial half-dollar is created equal, and that's where the real excitement begins. While millions of these coins were minted for everyday circulation, only a select few contain minting errors and rare variations that transform them from ordinary currency into valuable treasures. Some of the most prized errors include doubled die obverse, where Kennedy's portrait or the inscriptions appear subtly doubled under magnification. This doubling happens during the minting process when the die strikes the coin twice slightly off alignment, and it creates a stunning, one-of-a-kind look that collectors crave. Another spectacular rarity involves off-center strikes, where the design is shifted noticeably away from the coin's center, leaving part of the blank planchet visible. These unusual coins are the result of misfeeds during production, and the more dramatic the off-center appearance, the more valuable the coin becomes. You might also come across clipped planchets, where a small piece of the coin's edge is missing, another fascinating minting error that instantly boosts its worth. Each of these mistakes adds character, rarity, and historical intrigue to the coin, transforming it into a true collectible masterpiece. Now, let's talk about another secret behind the 1776 to 1976 half-dollar. Its metal composition. While most circulated coins were made from a copper-nickel blend, a special limited run was produced in 40% silver for collectors. These silver coins were sold in special mint and proof sets, and their shine, weight, and tone are unmistakable. The silver gives the coin a deeper, richer luster, and when held under the light, it glows with a beauty that sets it apart from ordinary versions. A silver bicentennial half-dollar with a D mint mark, kept in mint condition, is a collector's dream, and one that continues to climb in value every year. But what really sends collectors into a frenzy are error coins combined with silver composition. Imagine discovering a 40% silver bicentennial half-dollar with a double strike, off-center design, or a dramatic die crack. That combination of rarity and precious metal content makes such coins unbelievably valuable. Proof-like strikes, deep cameo finishes, and mirrored backgrounds only add to the appeal, making these coins some of the most sought after in the world of numismatics. Over the years, the demand for rare 1776 to 1976D half-dollars has soared. Auction houses across the United States have witnessed record-breaking sales, as coin enthusiasts compete fiercely to own the best examples of these bicentennial treasures. Stories of collectors uncovering hidden gems in old jars, inherited coin collections, or dusty drawers have fueled a nationwide passion for hunting these coins. One remarkable specimen with an extraordinary mint error and flawless uncirculated surface was recently sold for an incredible price, proving just how powerful the allure of this coin remains. So, how can you find out if your bicentennial half dollar might be one of the rare ones? Start with a careful inspection under good lighting. Look closely at Kennedy's face and the inscriptions Liberty and In God We Trust for any signs of doubling. Examine the edges for missing sections, strange markings, or unusual ridges that could indicate a minting error. Feel the weight and listen to the sound. Silver versions have a distinct ring compared to copper-nickel coins. And don't forget to check for mirror-like surfaces or proof-level shine, especially if your coin looks like it has never been touched. Every little detail could mean the difference between a regular coin and a hidden fortune waiting to be discovered. Collectors worldwide are captivated by the 1776 to 1976 half dollar because it represents so much more than its face value. It's a time capsule, a celebration of freedom, artistry, and American history. To own one is to hold a piece of the nation's story, immortalized in shining metal. And for those who truly understand its significance, this coin is a symbol of perseverance, heritage, and pride. Every collector dreams of finding the perfect example, a coin that stands apart from millions, glowing with history and value. Now, the question everyone's been waiting for: just how much could one of these coins be worth? Believe it or not, some rare 1776 to 1976 D half dollars with exceptional mint errors, flawless condition, and silver content have sold for an astonishing $98,000. Yes, you heard that right. A single half dollar, a small but powerful piece of American heritage, valued at nearly $100,000. That's the kind of discovery that transforms an ordinary day into a life-changing moment for a lucky collector. Second rare coin. We're traveling back more than a century to uncover the beauty, mystery, and immense value of one of America's most captivating coins, the United States half dollar from 1918. This incredible piece of history is not just a coin, it's a masterpiece from a time when artistry, craftsmanship, and symbolism were at their finest. Stay tuned, because what you're about to discover might just inspire you to look twice at every old coin you own. The year 1918 was a defining moment in world history. The First World War was coming to an end, the world was changing rapidly, and the United States was emerging as a powerful nation on the global stage. During this period, the U.S. Mint produced one of its most admired designs, the Walking Liberty half dollar, created by the legendary sculptor Adolph A. Weinman. This design is celebrated by collectors for its grace, symbolism, and unmatched beauty. Even today, more than 100 years later, it remains one of the most beloved designs in American coinage. The 1918 half dollar stands as a shining example of America's pride, strength, and freedom, a coin that truly captures the spirit of a nation. Let's take a closer look at its design. A true work of art that continues to mesmerize collectors across generations. On the obverse side, the magnificent Lady Liberty strides confidently toward the rising sun, draped in the American flag, carrying branches of laurel and oak, symbols of victory, strength, and peace. Every detail, from the flowing fabric of her gown to the texture of her sandals, was crafted with incredible precision and care. Above her waves the word Liberty, while the phrase "In God We Trust" stands proudly at her side, a testament to faith and patriotism that defines the American spirit. On the reverse side, the coin features a powerful and majestic bald eagle, perched on a rocky crag, wings partially raised as if ready to take flight. The design exudes pride, resilience, and independence, qualities that make this coin a timeless masterpiece. But what truly makes the 1918 half dollar so special today isn't just its stunning design. It's the story of its rarity and the fascinating errors that make certain pieces worth an extraordinary amount of money. While millions were minted across different U.S. mints, including Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, time has not been kind to most of them. Many were heavily circulated, worn down by years of use, making well-preserved examples extremely scarce. However, the real treasures are those rare coins that bear unique minting errors or exceptional qualities that set them apart from the rest. One of the most famous and valuable versions of this coin is the 1918 D over S mint mark error, a spectacular rarity that every serious collector dreams of finding. This error occurred when a die originally prepared for the San Francisco Mint, with an S mint mark, was later repunched with a D for the Denver Mint. As a result, under magnification, you can see traces of the S beneath the D mint mark, an astonishing mistake that turned an ordinary coin into one of the most valuable in American numismatic history. This particular error is extremely rare, and collectors are willing to pay astounding amounts for a well-preserved example. There are also other minor variations that can add significant value to a 1918 half dollar. Some examples display die cracks, double dies, or weak strikes that make them stand out as unique pieces of minting history. A double die error, for instance, can cause elements of Liberty's figure or the inscriptions to appear slightly doubled, giving the coin a fascinating visual effect that collectors love. Die cracks, small raised lines on the coin's surface, occur when the die used to strike the coin begins to fracture, creating distinct patterns that make each coin one of a kind. Every little flaw, every tiny imperfection, tells a story of how the coin was born, adding a personal touch to a piece of American history over the decades. 1918 half dollars with these rare errors have become the crown jewels of coin collections around the world. Auction houses have seen intense bidding wars as numismatists compete to own one of these precious artifacts from the early 20th century. Some coins in pristine, uncirculated condition, especially those with the legendary D over S mint mark, have shattered expectations at auction, fetching prices that leave collectors speechless. It's not just a coin, it's a symbol of history, artistry, and rarity all wrapped into one brilliant silver piece. For collectors, identifying a valuable 1918 half dollar requires both patience and a keen eye. The first thing to do is check the mint mark, located on the reverse side near the edge under the eagle's branch. If you see a D for Denver, look closely under magnification. Can you spot a faint S hiding beneath it? If so, congratulations, you might be looking at a D over S variety, one of the most sought-after coins in American numismatic history. Next, observe the coin's details carefully. Sharp edges, crisp lettering, and fully visible feathers on the eagle are signs of a high-grade strike. Coins with bright, lustrous surfaces and minimal wear are always in greater demand and command higher prices among collectors. Collectors today are more passionate than ever about early 20th century silver coins, and the 1918 half dollar sits proudly at the center of that excitement. It represents the perfect combination of beauty, history, and rarity, three qualities that make any coin truly unforgettable. Owning one feels like holding a piece of America's story in your hands, a connection to a time when artistry was at its peak and every coin carried the weight of national pride. The demand for these coins has never been higher, and their value continues to rise as more people recognize their historical and aesthetic importance. So, how much could one of these incredible coins be worth today? Well, here's where things get truly exciting. A rare 1918 D over S Walking Liberty half dollar in exceptional uncirculated condition has sold for an astounding $150,000. Yes, you heard that right, one small silver coin, over 100 years old, commanding a value that could change someone's life. It's proof that history, art, and passion can come together in the most unexpected ways, and that sometimes treasure really does hide in plain sight. Third expensive coin. We're diving into one of the most fascinating coins ever minted by the United States, the 1972 D half dollar. This coin is part of the iconic Kennedy half dollar series, a series that has captured the hearts of collectors for decades. It's a coin that symbolizes national pride, American legacy, and for some lucky collectors, a chance at life-changing fortune. So sit tight, because this story is about a coin that hides more secrets than meets the eye. The 1972 D Kennedy half dollar was struck at the Denver Mint, as shown by the small letter D beneath Kennedy's portrait. By 1972, this series was already a national favorite, Introduced in 1964 to honor the memory of President John F. Kennedy, one of America's most beloved leaders. The design, created by Gilroy Roberts and Frank Gasparo, quickly became a symbol of unity and remembrance following his tragic death. Even after nearly 6 decades, this coin remains one of the most recognizable and cherished pieces of U.S. coinage. But the 1972 D-half dollar has a story all its own, a story of rare variations, hidden minting errors, and collector demand that has sent its value soaring to unbelievable heights. Let's start with the stunning design that makes this coin so special. On the obverse, the proud and noble profile of President Kennedy faces left, surrounded by the word liberty and the phrase, "In God we trust." Every detail of Kennedy's face is crafted with precision, a perfect blend of strength, vision, and leadership. On the reverse side, the Great Seal of the United States bursts to life, a magnificent eagle holding an olive branch and arrows, symbolizing the balance between peace and strength. The level of detail, from the eagle's feathers to the rays surrounding the shield, is absolutely breathtaking. It's no wonder collectors still admire this coin for its artistry and craftsmanship. Now, what makes the 1972 D-half dollar truly fascinating is its rarity and variety of minting errors that can transform an ordinary 50-cent piece into something worth thousands. During production at the Denver Mint, millions of these coins were struck, but as with all mass production, a few mistakes slipped through, and those errors have become the stuff of legend among collectors. Some of the most valuable varieties include off-center strikes, where the design is noticeably misaligned, and double-die obverse or reverse errors, where details of Kennedy's portrait or the lettering appear doubled under magnification. These double dies are particularly prized because they add a ghost-like shadow effect to the design, making each coin uniquely stunning. Another remarkable variety includes clipped planchets, where a portion of the coin's edge is missing due to a blank cutting error before striking. These clipped coins, especially when clean and well-defined, are considered minting marvels and can fetch enormous premiums. Some 1972 D-half dollars have also been discovered with die cracks or cut errors, where a piece of the die broke off during striking, leaving raised blobs or unusual lines across the coin's surface. Each of these rare minting anomalies makes the coin one of a kind, a treasure that tells the story of imperfection turned into perfection. Collectors love the 1972 D-half dollar because it bridges the era of silver coinage and the modern clad coins we use today. Although these coins were made from a copper-nickel composition, their rarity and the emotional legacy of President Kennedy have made them priceless to enthusiasts. Uncirculated examples, especially those preserved in brilliant mint state condition, are breathtakingly beautiful, gleaming with luster, sharp details, and that unmistakable vintage charm. When a coin like this combines perfect preservation with a rare minting error, its value skyrockets in the collector market. In the world of numismatics, condition is everything. Coins are graded on a 70-point scale, and those 1972 D-half dollars that achieve the top grades, especially MS-66, MS-67, or higher, are exceptionally rare. Only a handful of these coins exist in such perfect condition, and their demand continues to grow every year. Auction records show collectors fiercely competing for high-grade and rare varieties of this coin, driving prices to staggering heights. A 1972 D-half dollar with an extraordinary minting flaw or pristine proof-like finish is considered a true gem in any collection. So how can you tell if you might have one of these rare treasures? Start by examining your coin carefully under good lighting or with a magnifying glass. Look closely at the date, 1972, and the details of Kennedy's profile. If you notice any doubling on the lettering or his features, you could be looking at a double-die variety. Check the edges and fields for clipping, cracks, or uneven surfaces that might indicate a striking error. The mint mark D is another key feature. Make sure it's clear and look for any signs of overpunching or unusual markings around it. Every detail matters when it comes to discovering a valuable piece like this. The thrill of finding a rare 1972 D-half dollar has inspired collectors around the world. Coin enthusiasts trade stories of unexpected finds, a coin pulled from a jar of old change, or discovered in a family heirloom collection that turned out to be worth thousands. Auction houses in recent years have seen intense bidding wars for these coins, especially those with perfect surfaces and dramatic errors. Each sale adds new energy to the world of coin collecting, fueling the hunt for the next great discovery. The excitement surrounding this particular year and mint mark continues to rise as more collectors learn just how rare and historically meaningful these coins can be, beyond the monetary value. The 1972 D half dollar holds a deep emotional significance. It's a coin that honors one of America's greatest presidents and symbolizes an era of hope and progress. Owning one of these rare pieces feels like holding a piece of American history, a tangible connection to a time when the nation was united by vision and resilience. That combination of history, rarity, and artistic beauty is what makes this coin so irresistible to collectors and investors alike. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. Just how much could a rare and exceptional 1972 D half dollar be worth today? Well, hold on to your seats, because one of these incredible coins, featuring a major minting error and preserved in perfect uncirculated condition, has been valued at an astonishing $80,000. That's right, a single 50-cent piece that could be worth more than a luxury car, a down payment on a home, or even a life-changing opportunity. It's living proof that history, passion, and a little bit of luck can turn an everyday coin into a priceless treasure. Especially, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of American coinage to uncover the secrets of a truly stunning piece, the 1992 United States half-dollar coin. This coin, part of the legendary Kennedy half-dollar series, has captivated collectors for decades with its beauty, its symbolism, and its surprising value. Many people pass it by without realizing that certain versions of this coin, with unique minting errors or rare features, have become highly sought-after treasures in the numismatic world. So, get ready to explore this hidden gem that could be sitting unnoticed in your very own collection. The Kennedy half-dollar series began in 1964, following the tragic assassination of President John F. Kennedy, one of America's most beloved leaders. Designed as a tribute to his legacy, the coin quickly became a symbol of hope, unity, and national pride. The obverse, or front, features a striking portrait of Kennedy, confident, noble, and full of purpose, designed by Gilroy Roberts. On the reverse side, created by Frank Gasparo, the coin displays the majestic presidential seal, an eagle with outstretched wings, holding arrows of strength and an olive branch of peace, surrounded by 50 stars that represent the states of the Union. It's not just a coin, it's a miniature piece of American history, a reminder of leadership and the enduring spirit of the nation. Now let's focus on the 1992 half dollar, which was minted in Philadelphia, represented by the small letter P beneath Kennedy's portrait. This particular year holds a special place among collectors because of its transition into modern minting techniques, along with a few extremely rare varieties and minting errors that have made some examples worth a fortune. The majority of these coins were made from copper-nickel-clad composition and released into circulation, but as with many issues from this era, a handful of remarkable minting mistakes slipped through, and those are the coins that collectors dream about finding. One of the most intriguing aspects of the 1992 half dollar is the discovery of proof-like and off-metal strike errors, which occur when the coin is accidentally struck on the wrong planchet or with unusually polished dies. Imagine a coin that gleams like a mirror, reflecting light with a brilliance far greater than any regular strike. These rare proof-like versions have become prized possessions among numismatists. Some have even been discovered with partial mirror finishes, known as cameo effects, where Kennedy's portrait stands out sharply against a frosted background, giving the coin an elegant and luxurious appearance. Collectors are also on the lookout for double die errors, which can be found on the obverse, where the details of Kennedy's profile, the word Liberty, or the date 1992 appear slightly doubled. This occurs when the coin die strikes the planchet twice in slightly different positions, creating a fascinating and rare visual effect. These coins often display incredible character and can be identified with a magnifying glass or under proper lighting, a small difference that makes a massive impact on the coin's value. There have also been reports of off-center strikes, where the design is shifted, leaving a portion of the blank surface visible. The more dramatic the misalignment, the higher the coin's rarity and worth. Another fascinating variant comes from clipped planchet errors, where a small portion of the coin's edge is missing due to a blink cutting mistake before striking. These imperfections, far from diminishing the coin's beauty, actually make it more collectible, as they offer a glimpse into the rare accidents that occur during minting. Every unique flaw adds character and individuality, making each coin a one-of-a-kind artifact from the U.S. Mint. Some 1992 p-half dollars even show die cracks or raised lines across the surface, a sign that the die used to strike the coin was starting to wear or fracture, leaving behind a signature mark of history in metal. What makes this coin even more desirable is its relatively modern age combined with its growing scarcity in pristine condition. Over the decades, most of the 1992 p-half dollars were heavily circulated, losing their original shine and detail. Finding one today in uncirculated or mint state condition, especially one with a rare error, is like discovering a forgotten piece of art preserved in perfect form. Coins graded MS-66 or higher are considered exceptional, and their prices continue to rise as collectors compete for top-quality specimens. These flawless examples gleam with brilliance, showcasing sharp edges, bold details, and that unmistakable luster that sets high-grade coins apart from the rest. In recent years, several 1992 p-half dollars with extraordinary minting anomalies have turned up at coin shows and auctions, surprising experts and collectors alike with their high sale prices. Stories of ordinary people finding rare error coins in old collections, pocket change, or inherited boxes have fueled new waves of excitement in the numismatic community. At auctions across the country, these coins have drawn intense bidding battles, especially for those with double die features, proof-like surfaces, or significant off-center strikes. The combination of rarity, quality, and the emotional value of the Kennedy design continues to drive demand and prices higher than ever. Collectors cherish the 1992 p-half dollar not only for its monetary potential, but also for what it represents, a timeless tribute to one of America's greatest leaders. Each coin carries a story of craftsmanship, history, and legacy, uniting generations of collectors who appreciate its beauty and symbolism. There's a sense of pride in owning such a coin, knowing that it's both a historical keepsake and a potential treasure. The Kennedy half-dollar series, especially those with rare errors or exceptional quality, remains one of the strongest and most active markets in coin collecting today. If you're wondering whether your coin might be special, start by examining it closely. Check for doubling, surface irregularities, missing sections, or any unusual shine or reflective quality. Look at the mint mark P beneath Kennedy's neck and study the date carefully. Even the slightest imperfection could be a sign that you're holding something truly extraordinary. If you believe you've found a rare variety, consider having it professionally graded. The right certification can make all the difference in value. And now, for the moment you've all been waiting for, the question that excites every collector's imagination. How much can a rare 1992 p-half dollar be worth? Believe it or not, some exceptional examples of this coin, featuring remarkable minting errors, flawless condition, or proof-like finishes, have sold for an incredible $45,000. That's right, a single half-dollar coin, originally worth 50 cents, can now command a value that would leave anyone speechless. It's proof that treasures still exist in the most unexpected places, waiting for someone with a sharp eye and a curious spirit to uncover them. So, take a moment to check your collections, your coin rolls, or even that old jar of change sitting on a shelf. You never know what hidden treasures might be waiting there. If you found a 1992 p-half dollar or have questions about a rare coin in your collection, share your story in the comments below. We'd love to hear about your discoveries and experiences. Last unique coin. We're diving deep into the fascinating world of American coinage, exploring one of the most talked-about treasures among collectors, the United States of America half-dollar coin from 1998 p. This coin may look ordinary to the untrained eye, but for coin enthusiasts and experts, it's a shining piece of American history that carries both beauty and mystery. So stay tuned, because this story might just surprise you. The 1998 p half dollar was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, one of the oldest and most respected mints in the nation. This coin belongs to the Kennedy half dollar series, a beloved collection first introduced in 1964 to honor the memory of President John F. Kennedy. Every coin in this series holds a special place in American hearts, symbolizing patriotism, leadership, and national pride. But the 1998 p edition stands out not only for its design, but also for the rare and remarkable variations that have turned ordinary change into extraordinary value. Let's talk about its design. Because the 1998 p half dollar is a masterpiece of precision and symbolism. On the obverse, it proudly bears the portrait of John F. Kennedy, his features etched with strength and grace, representing courage and vision. The reverse displays the presidential seal, an eagle with outstretched wings clutching arrows and an olive branch, embodying both power and peace. The coin's brilliant shine and fine details reflect the craftsmanship that went into its creation, making it a true piece of American artistry that collectors deeply admire. But what really makes this coin fascinating is the existence of rare minting errors that have pushed its value to incredible heights. Some 1998 p half dollars were struck with off-center designs, giving them a unique and eye-catching appearance that instantly draws attention. Others have double die errors, where parts of the design, especially around the letters or Kennedy's profile, appear slightly duplicated under magnification. These doubling effects were caused by die misalignment during minting, and they create a visual distortion that collectors find irresistible. Each of these rare errors transforms a simple coin into a one-of-a-kind treasure. Another highly prized variation is the proof-like strike, or coins that show an unusually sharp mirror finish on both sides, even though they were not official proof issues. These coins shine differently under the light, with crisp edges and deep contrast between frosted and mirrored areas. It's these small details that separate an everyday half dollar from one that could make headlines among coin collectors. The thrill of spotting such perfection or error on a 1998 p coin is what makes this hobby so exciting. Now, how can you identify if you have one of these rare gems? The first thing to do is to look closely under bright light or with a magnifying glass. Check for doubling on Kennedy's face, especially around his eyes and the inscriptions "Liberty" and "In God We Trust." Then flip the coin and inspect the eagle's feathers, arrows, and stars for signs of misalignment or doubling. If you notice an off-center strike where part of the design seems pushed toward the rim, you might be holding a true rarity. Also, pay attention to the coin's luster. Those with unusual brilliance might indicate a special or proof-like strike. Collectors across the United States and beyond are constantly searching for the 1998 p half dollar with these distinctive features. Auction records have shown that unique examples with clear mint errors can fetch impressive amounts, sometimes shocking even experienced numismatists. Coin shows and online markets have seen heated bidding wars for pristine and error-filled 1998 p half dollars, proving that the demand for these coins remains strong and growing every year. Enthusiasts treasure them not only for their rarity, but for the story they tell, a story of craftsmanship, accident, and pure collecting luck. Imagine discovering such a coin in your collection, one that carries history, artistry, and value all in the palm of your hand. That's what makes the world of coins so exciting. You never truly know what hidden treasure you might be holding until you take a closer look. If you've ever come across a 1998 p half dollar, it's worth checking its details carefully. You could be one of the lucky few to own a piece that stands above the rest. And now for the part you've been waiting for. A 1998 p half dollar coin featuring rare minting errors in flawless condition has been known to sell for as much as $30,000. That's right, $30,000 for a single coin that could be sitting unnoticed in someone's collection or even loose change. So, my fellow collectors and treasure seekers, make sure to take another look at your coin jars, your old albums, or those rolls of half dollars tucked away in storage. You never know when fortune might shine upon you in the form of a 1998 p half dollar. If you've found one or have any questions about your collection, drop a comment below and share your discoveries. I'd love to hear about your numismatic adventures. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more fascinating coin stories and value reveals. Until next time, happy collecting and may your next find be pure gold in the world of coins.